It's the PK and DK show.
Please stand by. On the air next. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. On the air
It's
next.
the PK and DK show.
Please stand by.
Now it's time to go online. Hello, it's all about the internet.
www.pkndk.com. Forget
The PK and DK show. Your average everyday couple fight and make up on YouTube. Welcome to our dysfunctional life.
I even shared it. Shared the link. How are y'all? Welcome to the last show of the year. It is PK, right next to Denise.
Hello, DK, everybody.
How you doing?
Doing really good. I have way too much energy today.
Is it the meth?
The mess.
Is that what's happening?
How'd you know?
That's a little too much.
How'd you know?
If you ask me, a little too much energy. I want to say what's up to the chat. I see you, Tom. I see you, Megs. How the hell are you, Megs? The hell's been going on, Megs?
I know.
Ace was the first one to check in with a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Which I replied to Happy New Year's.
You know.
Did you put the S? Did I just pull? Did I pull a Ryan where you just put the S's in front of?
Yeah, words that don't have it. Yeah, it's just Happy New Year. Happy
Speaking
2024.
of, listen to this crap idea she wants to do on this show.
We are already
Go ahead.
getting it going.
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I was like, I wanted to recap some of our favorite moments, including with you listeners who are joining us live. If not, shout out to the replay gang.
That's
But
what I'm talking about.
who, including if we want to give some people a call who have been on this show this
Why
past
would I
year.
want to do that? Does
You
he
are
not have a
more
phone that
than
works?
welcome
Does he
to.
not have a phone that works?
You're more than welcome to.
You
It could
and
be-
Tony,
it
you
could be
always
one,
get after me.
One final call.
The
And if
softies.
not, it is what it
The
is.
softies in my life always give me a hard time for not reaching out to people. Never to those people for not reaching out to me. Here we go again. That's what she's like. You should just call him. Just see if he answers.
Exactly,
It's the last show of the year.
Last show
Just
of the
call
year.
him.
Yeah, well,
why is it up to me?
We'll all go into
Why,
the new
Chet?
year.
Should I ask you? Should I do a little point counterpoint?
PK and DK's point counter.
Do the people need to be heard?
Always.
Is what I'm saying. By the way, what do you see in the chat? Anything else?
Let's see. Blind educator join us from the 559 from Fresno is also saying, hey, what's up? And yeah, people
here
are
we
saying
go.
they
I knew
agree.
it. I knew
Oh,
it.
wait, you already got?
I played him like the fiddle.
You already got
I
a
played
phone
you like a
call?
fiddle. I knew you were going to call.
Who's
I knew
this?
you were going to call.
Hi.
I heard my name.
Tony, everybody.
Sir Tony, everybody.
Come on, sir.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, man?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Or happy end of year. I don't know. What are we doing?
Well, it wasn't really the best year, so I don't know. Do I?
Oh, no. Let's stop.
My years keep progressively getting worse. So
I wouldn't say so. I think that you have a lot. We have not even covered your and Tony's last trip together to New Orleans, which is like one of the top things I wanted to bring up on this show. So many people want the update of the NBA and your experience.
I mean, it was fun. It was
Yeah,
great. It was
and
awesome. It was
go on.
amazing. It
Tony,
was,
how's PK doing since, he started shadowing you and training with you under your umbrella?
Terrible. He shouldn't quit his day job.
Oh, shit.
Thanks, buddy.
We're
Appreciate
screwed.
that. And a happy New Year to you.
Hey, Tony,
I'm gonna hit this mimosa early on the show. You're such a bitch.
I was like trying to be all positive. All right, Tony,
know, I knew you were.
bringing it right on back.
It was like a layup for Tony, just to just slam dunk on you.
Just being honest.
Yeah. How are things? What were you calling in about? Was it you see, you're on part of the team of that I'm the one always at fault for not reaching out to the people that have done me wrong.
No, so I was thinking about this when I just heard you talking in the background.
Come
is why do you fear closure?
What the F are you talking about? I'm not the one that left, mother. Are you kidding? I live in a twilight zone. I swear to God.
I know, but it's like so many of these things. You're like, I don't want to talk about it. We're not talking about. We're not going there. I'm not doing
that.
it.
I never
You
said that.
often talk about lots of things in life, and it sounds like you avoid it. That maybe if you just talked about it with that person a little more, it would help you.
What are you?
And then you wouldn't have this cloud hanging over you, or this stress, or this energy. Or why is Denise bringing it up right now if she didn't feel like you needed to get something off of your chest?
Exactly, yeah, because like the last conversation I had with you, PK, is you and Ryan spoke. There was
I reached out to him.
He reached back out
it
to
took
you.
2 days. He sent me a nice message back. But it's not me. What are you?
I'm just saying, like, it's not just necessarily about, it's just about everybody. It's the end of the year. Let's start all fresh and, like, good tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're not on the phone with him saying, why don't you call PK? You're only on the phone with PK saying, why don't you call him or Ivan?
He's talking,
Tony.
He's talking to you, Tony.
Yeah, I was looking at the phone. I just assumed that you. Tony's a smart guy. He knows.
Because I don't think that Dorian has the same weight on his shoulder that you do. And you would be calling him for you, not for anybody else, to lift this weight.
Oh, you just Dr. Phil'd my ass.
Okay.
That's what you
I
did.
was like, maybe after this one drink.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. I'll see.
A little fireball? You got any fireball?
Actually, we still got that.
It's a little early in the day. By the way, last night Denise goes, and
Yeah.
like if anybody can, in fact, for the chat too, just go ahead and drop your comments and your laughing emojis. Get them ready because Denise yesterday said, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop drinking, slow down the drinking in 2024.
Of course, starting tomorrow.
Like hell, as she was drinking then, and as she was drinking later, that I asked her, I'm like, I thought you're not going to drink anymore. And in fact, right now,
tomorrow.
you're holding up a mimosa.
This is a mimosa, mostly orange juice.
There's no chance that you're going to quit the drinking.
I mean, it's for my own thing. I got some stuff going on. So.
And by the way, do you drink, Tony, or what's your? Because anytime, like even New Orleans, like when we get done with, when you get done actually working, and I get done, practicing in the corner and playing, make believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
When the games are over, I'm so hyped up. It's hard for me to go back to the hotel and pass out. Which I get it. You've been doing this line of work for such a long time that it's like anything in the world. Things just become.
They just are.
Sometimes they lose their luster. So Tony can go back to the hotel and pass out, not a problem in the world.
Yeah.
Where I'm like hyped up, I want to go get a drink or whatever. But then also, I haven't seen you drink in like a couple of months. So like, I never know with you. Are you drinking? Are you not drinking? Like, what's happening with you?
I mean, it sounds like he's working.
Totally depends. Yeah, there's ebbs and flows, and I've learned about myself over the years that I am more responsible when I drink at home in certain environments. I just need to be careful of the environments that I do it in.
That makes sense.
Because like Dorian, I have a difficult time understanding limits. Where if I'm out, I'm like, yeah, we're doing another drink. Yeah, I'll take another one. No, I'm not going to turn you down, PK, if you buy me another drink. To where there just is no stop.
That's interesting.
So
I never thought that about you.
If I'm better avoiding the situation than putting myself in a situation where I know I will fail.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a very adult thing to
So
say.
you can't just do like a couple of drinks?
It's hard.
The environment, yeah.
Huh. Like I'm totally comfortable doing like a beer, maybe two, and then it's kind of unwind and then go to sleep. It's like I don't need to do shots. You see what I'm saying? Like, or I don't.
I also think like when you go out, like there was one time like this past month when we were like we have the intention to like go out and like party actually. So like we took Uber and we were like responsible.
Or maybe there's a line that if I get close to that line, then I'm like, oh yeah, we're just gonna just keep drinking because I'm already gonna have a hangover tomorrow. Like the net positive is just that it's that point of no return. To where, like before that, I can just do like a drink. I can just do like a beer and a gumbo, which is what I ended up doing in New Orleans when you passed out.
I thought you said a beer and a gummy. I'm like, cool.
No, did that last night. Oh my God. Dude, we got to start looking at the packages of what, But New Orleans was fun, That was.
So how was it? Because Tony, the only thing I texted to you both was what a great Kings. The game you guys were at again was a few weeks ago, but it was like high score, nail biter, and you guys were there in New Orleans, but it was the Grizzlies that won that game. But how was everything compared to like what you've done with NFL?
I didn't realize like the game was close. By the way, for anybody new or just stumbling on our channel, it's Tony does the replay for different sporting events. And it's crazy to me because, like, I think you even asked me, did you even know that the game was close? And it was like a great game as a viewer watching it. But as I'm trying to keep up with and learning the systems and what Tony does, like, I don't even know, like, what the hell is happening until I think until after the game is when it clicked of what an insane game that was.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've done this for years, Tony? Like, are you watching? What if it's your team? If let's say when you were doing the Blazers, are you like invested or is it you don't even realize what the score is sometimes?
It's often a struggle. Like you almost need to give yourself. You have to be aware of these things and take like conscious moments to reset and be like, okay, hold on, where are we at here? Just to get a better lay of the land.
Yeah.
So in the moments where as you are starting to learn here, PK, is the replays that you are looking for, it changes based on how the game is going. So you may have a great play, but if one team is down by 30 points and you're like, oh, I got this great dunk. Well, the dunk is less relevant in a 30-point blowout where nobody cares anymore. So it's just having situational awareness. But it's like you got to keep almost like pinching yourself to make sure that the dream is real or you're not dreaming or whatever.
Yeah.
You got to every 20, 30 minutes, every commercial break, be like, okay, hold on a second. Where are we at here? What's the score? What's going on?
Yeah.
Just to have a better idea. Yeah. Then, how relevant was that last basket? Did it have an outcome? Will it have an outcome? Could it be a game tying scenario where then you're looking at a timeout, quick foul, free throws, get the ball back? Can they tie it? Can they win it?
That's a
and
lot.
just having situational game awareness. So it's just another level of things.
So this time it was your very first time with the NBA PK, and you were telling me. Now I don't know if he's like making things up, so I'm more excited for him. But you were saying like you were running plays, or like you were actually
on like a machine that wasn't really plugged into anything, but still, it was freaking awesome.
I heard the truth comes out. When Tony's on the line.
Yeah. And you got Tony that downplays everything that happens. Like at one point, one of the guys turned around and he was like, "Well, welcome to the NBA on TNT." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" in my mind.
Yeah.
I told that to Tony. I don't know why I told you that, Tony, on the way back.
Oh, you're so excited.
And then
so
Tony's
giddy.
like, "Oh, you're such a bitch." Like, thanks, buddy.
So Denise, I know that you can see this, and I've trained a number of people over the years, or even if I haven't, I've seen a million new faces roll through the industry. And something that my friend Trey has also been somebody who's been involved in helping PK along and helped him with a couple of opportunities.
Trey's the fucking man.
Charlotte boy, right? That's Charlotte boy to you?
Everyone's a boy.
Charlotte boy was supposed to send me a picture of the best pizza ever in, were they in Cincinnati? The Bengals game, I think. Cleveland. Yeah, he didn't send me the picture. I'm like, come on, come on, Charlotte boy.
I thought you guys are buds.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That one thing that I will say about PK, and I know, Denise, that you see this, understand this, is that a lot of people think the business is cool and flashy and has its just like in awe moments. When you walk into a truck that has $2 million worth of technology into it, there's a lot of wow effect to it or whatever. But the people that sit down and that do the job, a lot of things I think are more taken for granted. But and you get different levels. People are excited. People are not excited. People take it as another job. People all sorts of levels of things. But PK, the one thing that I will absolutely give you credit for is that you are so invested and excited about the possibility that I don't know if it's. I think the number of people that I have seen come with that much excitement about it and desire to be able to break into the industry, I think is rare. And if anything, I think, but that's who PK has always been his entire life. So I didn't doubt, and it's one of the reasons why a few months ago when I said, PK, I can train you to do what I do. I remember, I didn't doubt your ability or technological knowledge to not excel in that, combined with your work ethic and everything. Where your biggest struggle is, and I know you know this, is your lack of sports knowledge.
So not really sports boy.
Yeah. I need to work on. Hey, I've been working on the football, bro, and I already know soccer. Yeah. Basketball is the one I gotta just hammer down on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so and now I say that, but it's not that it doesn't allow you to do the job. It just can bring different knowledge and opportunities to do the job better.
Okay.
Whereas on the flip side of it, lots of people know tons about sports and don't know anything about the technology side of things. So there's a range of knowledge that people bring into it, and it's just a matter of improving on those weaknesses. The grasping of the technology isn't something that I doubt is right in your wheelhouse. It's just a matter of getting the reps in. Like when we were sitting down and I put you in front of the computer to route monitors and audio channels and all those sorts of things. Like you were like, all right, I got
your back. I got your back, bro.
Right. Like you routed, you like built the whole room of monitors by yourself. And it wasn't, let's not like over, it wasn't rocket science. It was like,
yo, don't downplay,
it was like,
I don't have a lot of wins in 23.
Touch here, touch there, do this or whatever. But it's very in your technology brain, signal flow. Like, how do I get this video to that spot? Whatever. Like that is you. You've been doing that for decades. So, but no, it's exciting to see your excitement. And I think that is what won Trey over with you, to where he said, yeah, this is a guy that is worth me sticking my neck out there a little bit and being like, hey, who do you know? How can I help you? Where do we get you further? Just because there's so many people at the other end of the spectrum that we'd rather not work with on a daily basis.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the other thing is like the amount of distance people have gone that just didn't know me to help me in every step of this way.
I guess since like September, right? Like
still at the bottom of
it's only been a few months.
Yeah, and it's still the bottom of like Everest or something, So like I'm trying to keep perspective on everything, but the amount of generosity and like people sharing, that and not. It's not, you're not going into a room full of egos or, one of the biggest fears that I had, or one of the biggest fears that I have just after the last couple of jobs, because when we first went into Atlanta, it was kind of like the same thing when I first went into Houston. You're paired up with people that you're just not on the same wavelength with, right. That you just, it's kind of like what you're saying is like there's those people in the office, no matter what the business is, you have a couple of those people and all it takes is like one or two to really ruin your life.
Yeah.
Not just the job or something, just like somebody there that just makes your life just miserable and you just can't, and to see like so many people go out of their way that didn't even know me to kind of help, to kind of, it just eased that fear. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense. Probably not.
So what do you think, like, what is the next? I mean,
I don't know. She keeps asking me. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Let's calm down. It's Christmas. You want me to blow people up on Christmas?
No, I know that this has been like the most awkward 2 weeks for us because we have definitely lost 2 jobs, the beginning of December, trying to get a hold of people for new jobs in the new year. Like, we've gone through that. But I was just
trying to figure out, too, because I still don't know. Like, here I am at 45, not really knowing if this is going to work out, if maybe I should just get like a normal factory job or something. Like, I don't know what, I'm just always been driven by passion, never for the money, which I know a lot of people they don't believe that, which is fine, but I've never done a job because of like the prospect of what I could make or what the highest level of, some people might go into a job and be like, one day I want to be CEO.
Right.
Like, I've never cared about titles. I've never cared about money. I've never cared about the glamour of radio or the interviews. Like, I just wanted to make people laugh. And with that, there's been highs and there's been terrible lows. With this exact same job, I never looked at, I think it's interesting because sometimes I'll talk to people and they'll be like, well, you can do this job here and it's like $450, or this one, it's like $700 or what.
Yeah.
I don't, that's so far beyond my wavelength of things that I take in consideration, because I just want to go in and contribute and like what I do. Yeah. And it's, I think that's my fault too, which I'm just, I don't know. It's fun.
Denise, did PK tell you that he could get a job tomorrow? He just needs to work in Atlanta, live in Atlanta.
Okay, no, he didn't.
Yo, son.
Okay.
What are the odds, bitch?
He did not tell me that there would be a full-time job. He told me that there is a possibility where he can go for several weeks at a time, and he actually had a conversation about where he could stay during that time, but he didn't say a full-time gig or anything. So no.
I mean, full-time might not be the proper word,
a
but
contract gig.
it might be a contract, freelance, permalance. Like it's a daily hire. Permalance is like a permanent freelancer position.
Okay.
It's where you're not a staffer, but they have openings on a daily basis that they need to fill on a daily basis, and you can take as many of those opportunities as possible.
What are the odds that that's based across the street from where we used to
literally
across the street from our old apartment in Atlanta?
Yeah,
not like
that we were there for
it's a big
6
city.
years. Yeah,
could have been anywhere in the city, but like it's the building that you could see.
We saw every day.
It's insane. Like those odds. I swear to God, every once in a while, like life plays these. You know what it is? It's the karma coming back for all the prank calls that I did. I annoyed people to no end for years at a time, and now life is getting me back with remember the conversation? There's 2 states that I'd never want to live in, Houston and Atlanta. That's where we ended up.
2 states, you mean?
I mean, 2
Texas
cities.
and Georgia, sure. Yeah.
No, I said 2 cities is what I meant. Quit correcting me.
Okay, fine. I'm just trying to understand.
And
I mean, she was right, but whatever.
And now this across the street. What the F?
Not only that, but for those who are, watching and don't follow me on Instagram, I did like a very small post.
You.
No, it's totally fine. But about how like my position finally with the Thompson Houston, they have confirmed my start date of January 15th. So basically 2 weeks away. And that building is literally like across the street from where we used to live when we first started the podcast.
That also, like, Tony, let me ask you this.
It's weird. Like I used to run the Buffalo Bayou every single morning,
Full circle.
going that way. And now I'm going to work there and look back at our old place.
Is it really? Yeah, I guess it's full
could be
circle.
anywhere in
Only
Houston.
we're way off worse than we were back then. Anyway, that's not. How do you work without your wife though? Because like part of what that's gonna suck about all this is like I loved always being around her and being able to do the show, and that's one of the reasons why I want to continue doing our podcast,
which we
because it's the fun stuff of doing radio without the crap stuff, and then we still get to spend time together. But like you're gone at 2, 3, 4 days out of the week, and I'm sure at different times of the year you're gone less and maybe more. But how is that something that you deal with in your relationship, like? If I had to move, it mainly would be a long distance relationship with Denise.
You're not moving.
Well, I mean, like temporarily, part time, whatever. Like that's essentially you're doing a long distance relationship. Like what are the challenges of that for you?
I don't know how Denise hasn't murdered you yet with how much you overwhelm her with your overbearing smotheriness.
What? Screw you, buddy.
That's a great
Thought we were friends.
This will be absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Right.
I think is the saying.
Yes.
And I'm not even saying a long distance relationship. I'm just saying your wife working 5 days away from you. So even just at the end of the day, it's like, oh, babe, I can't wait to sit down and catch up with you and let you know all the things good or bad that happened. Instead of witnessing all the good or bad things, and all you want to do is punch each other in the face because half the time it's each other that are getting in the way of frustration. You are the good and bad things that happen to each other every single day now. That now it can work in the opposite way and help bring you closer.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay,
because
like there was like a few days, just this past week I was gone for what?
I fell apart.
Like
it just sucks.
4 days. And,
it sucks.
And I was like, PK, now what are you eating? He goes, I'm eating leftovers. Like, we don't have any leftovers. So what are you eating? I'm not eating anything. I'm like, are you depressed? So I had to order him like DoorDash.
The one great thing is that I could just sleep without, getting nagged to death. But yeah, first of all, who leaves their significant other on Christmas?
Okay. I came back technically Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's calm down.
But yeah, no, there's like a whole energy that's missing when she's not around that I kind of need in my life because I'm too lazy to do those things. Like
that's not on
something as simple as like
it's not on me. There's a lot to
there's
take
a different energy in the house.
Well,
like
I understand, but now that I'm home,
what? Go ahead, Tony. What are you about? What do you say?
No, like it's just interesting hearing you say these things outside, and she's like, yeah, right. Like, I agree. It's supposed to be different. It should be different. Like, get off your ass and do something. Like, don't sit here and cry, pouting, waiting for me to come back. Like, or why didn't you come home to spend Christmas with Denise's family?
That's great.
Tony, you fuck. Come on. That's the
totally-
one question not to ask, bro.
I totally said, and I mean, obviously I was joking, but I was like, hey, you know what? For Christmas, I actually got you a ticket. And he goes, nah, I got plans. I got plans with Elia. And I'm like, yes, you
the
did.
real answer was I did have plans with Elia.
Which you missed out on. 'Cause
I
you
got
were
sick.
sleeping-
I'm not going to
Sure.
get other people sick.
Sure, sick.
The real reason is I didn't know if last minute the Texans would call for me to do the in-house show.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of text messages where he was like, listen, if one of the guys, if something happens to him again, or, we'd love to have you come back. And I figured being that it's Christmas, that somebody might at the last minute be like, oh, shit, I love my kids. And maybe I would get that phone call. So I didn't want to risk booking a flight and doing all that. And also, it's not like a 2-hour flight. Those are pretty expensive, so you can't,
Rose has a comment in the chat.
Oh,
if you
God.
want to read it, PK?
What is she saying?
Just read it.
Rose, thank you, PK, for letting us borrow your wife for Christmas. He's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the pictures. By the way, Denise sent me this picture. I wish I had it on me. She sent me this picture at like 1 a.m, and I see it the next day, and I'm like, oh, she's trashed. And then you're like, oh, it's a sexy picture.
Yeah.
Well, you need to learn how to take sexy pictures. Because that was garbage. First of all, completely clothed. You're just laying in bed with your, like, drunk clothes on. Like, look.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Hey,
okay.
you're going to a couple of places, and I'm so envious of you. But
Who are you talking to?
Tony.
we're not going anywhere. Where are we going? She's going to the Thompson Hotel.
I am, yeah.
I love me a Hyatt hotel.
Thank
so
you,
I'm
yes.
is there a friends and family discount card I
is.
can fill out?
I was like,
Love it.
absolutely. There's a friends and family discount. But let me just get
Love it.
started first. But again, like this has been in the works since September. And then every single month or every single 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I keep getting pushed back. And finally on Friday, I got like the email saying your official
they're building.
date. I know they're building it. It's a brand new hotel. And they've been building it for a while. And you only get one chance to open something this grand.
Oh, can you get us in so we can bang in a room before anybody else? That'd be kind of
okay. My new
that'd be
boss
kinda
is
cool.
potentially watching.
Yeah,
so-
no, but that's like you only get to do that once in a
Oh my
room that's
God.
going to be banged in for a lot of time.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. What
Anyway,
was I gonna say? Oh.
back to Tony's travels, please.
Tony, you should do a travel hack podcast because I swear to God, you find like the cheapest ways of doing things. And partly it's because of your job and you get a lot of miles and stuff, but also, and that's an observation that I've made from knowing you for 20 some years. It's like even back in the day, you were always so like, you know how to handle money. Like you'd never, even if it was like an old computer that I would just throw away because I'm like, there's no shot that anybody would buy this. You'd find a way to sell it and to take that money into, like you're very, very good when it comes to discounts and working the system and doing all that stuff. So you ended up being able to book like thousands of dollars worth of tickets to go to, where are you going? It's not Australia. Is it New Zealand?
Right?
We're going to New Zealand in the next month, at the end of next month. And yeah, it was kind of luck. It was kind of knowing the system and figuring out, but yeah, we Delta launched new service from LAX to Auckland, New Zealand. And initially, I just saw this because I follow a group online, and it was like, hey, I just booked this ticket. Hey, I just booked this ticket. Hey, I just booked this ticket. And so just for fun, 6 months ago, we booked round trip tickets from Portland to Auckland for a week. And just to give people a relation to in price, it was 50,000 miles round trip per person, which is roughly what it costs for an award ticket within the US. Like usually an award ticket to go from Portland to Orlando or New York or whatever, it's going to be like 40,000 miles round trip. So for roughly the same cost, I think we paid out of pocket like $18 in taxes or something like that.
Oh my God. That's great.
But the kicker on top of it is I was able to combine my upgrade coupons that I have that I earn. So we're confirmed in business on the return, which is like a 14-hour flight from Auckland to LA. And then we're waitlisted, and it looks pretty good to be able to get it. So it's like a round trip, like $9,000 ticket per person that we got for $18.
person.
$18.
$18.
Oh my God, Tony, that's insane.
That's the biggest win of the entire year.
For sure.
You kidding me? That's
decade.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so we're pretty excited. So we're going to fly into Auckland, and then we're going to hop on a little puddle jumper to get down to the southern island.
Yeah.
And then we're going Christchurch, Lake Haka, something or other, another place, then Queenstown, then back to Auckland, then back.
Watch
so
out
it's going
for
to be
the
a
cannibals there.
whirlwind.
Don't get eaten.
Okay.
Cannibals?
All right.
Yeah, there's cannibals out there.
Really?
New Zealand? Yeah, Land of the Cannibals. Look it up.
I thought that they had.
They still got tribes out there still eating
I
motherfuckers.
thought they had really good white wine.
I don't know. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm not saying they don't have good vineyards and white wine. It's just that there's a
Sauvignon
chance you
Blanc.
might get eaten.
By a
And then,
human?
so you're coming back. Also, when did you become rich? Because then you're coming back, and then you're
Don't
flying.
ask these questions.
Oh, I gotta ask.
You ignorant. No.
You going to?
I'm just really good at spending money. It's not that I'm rich. I'm just really good at spending it.
You didn't have to employ Ryan for a little while. So you go to London? Are you going to do 2 days in Greece before that cruise, or what? What did you decide on that?
In the summer, we're going to do a European cruise.
Ooh.
And it was outrageous to get to Athens. Like it was like a $3,000 flight for a coach ticket from here to Athens.
Yeah.
So you do Portland to London and London to Athens, right?
Yeah. So, and you guys know this because you've been to Europe a million times. We'd never been to Europe before, and you just got to get to Europe. Then getting around within Europe is
whatever the cheapest way in, and then just
planes, trains, automobiles, whatever. Yeah, you can get like $39 flights from country to country or whatever. So yeah, we're doing extra vacation, Tony. You nailed it right there.
I was gonna say Don G. That's
Who
what's
said that? Don G in the chat.
That's what's on PK's phone when you call.
But it's the same thing. It's more mileage tickets, so flights to and from are like I think we paid $69 in taxes or something like that.
Yeah.
And then so we're flying in and out of London, but then we have to get from London to Athens on the front and back of it, which is going to be a flight that we'll have to figure out. But I think we're gonna do 2 nights in London, then 2 nights in Athens, then the cruise. And then Denise,
Tony's back.
Yeah.
what you would really love is on the way home, the night before we fly back to the States, Taylor Swift is playing in London.
Yeah, at Wembley or where?
You're not going to that, are you?
I think so. But like the get-in price is like the get-in price is like it's like $1,300 US.
You're fucking kidding, bro! For Taylor Swift, and you're paying plus inflation of like the pound versus the US. Are you nuts?
Hey.
That's a wife thing, huh? That's a wifey thing. She wants to go.
I mean, we don't have tickets. I'm just saying, like, what are the chances that the one day happens to be the concert my wife would give my right arm for?
Yo, counterpoint, bro. Would you? What if you just get her one ticket and you just wait outside like a parent?
Interesting. We had this conversation, and she goes, she wouldn't want to go if I didn't go with her. She's like, I wouldn't want to go to the concert by herself, which I was surprised about because she's Miss Independent Woman and I'll do anything by myself. But she's like, no, like I would want to do a show with somebody. I wouldn't want to go alone. So
with somebody. Oh my God, what are the dates? Because actually our friend
we're not fucking going to.
Oh, Denise, do you want to go? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, she got that hotel.
Denise is inviting herself to the Taylor Swift concert.
I wish it was me, but no. I have this friend, and Gingerbread Man Ryan, his girl we call her Corn Dog, Courtney. She's going with her other friend who just moved to London to that show. So, Tony, your wife could potentially meet up with them, and you can meet up with Ryan because he's not going to go, but he's physically going to be in London that time.
So they're doing that. Exactly what I'm asking.
Yeah,
so
the girls are going to go to the show. Ryan's going to do his own thing. But, I mean, if it's the same date, Tony, you can meet up with our buddy. Like, we're all close. Yeah,
I think it's June 23rd, I think is when it is.
This girl wants to experience that. You just said that the other day. I'm not a big fan of doing solo things either. Otherwise I would have saw Sean Young like 15 times. What's that stupid show that's like one day only? And it's always in town?
Everywhere.
I literally was looking for something to do this past weekend, and the shit was on there like Friday, Saturday, Sunday show. I'm like, I thought it was one night only. You put it in the billboards one night only.
You made that part up.
That's gonna be amazing. You got to keep me posted on if you're gonna end up going to the Taylor. I'm sorry. What's the cap that? What's the most amount of money that you would pay to walk yourself in through the Taylor Swift gates?
It's got it. So one of the things that I considered was, should I buy these tickets for my wife for Christmas? And then it was like, absolutely not. That's way too much money. This is ridiculous. I think it would have to be like, I don't know. I don't know if I know a number. I don't know. You can always do the last minute thing, right? Like with no plans,
Yeah.
we're gonna be in London, and if tickets were to hit a certain price, then you're like, okay, cool, like we'll do it.
Beat up a little girl in the parking lot.
That's like that's how I did the U2 show at the Sphere a couple weeks ago when we were in
Beat up a
Vegas
little
for
girl.
football.
You motherfucker! You went to the Sphere and you didn't call me immediately after or while you were inside the Sphere?
Yes.
What kind of? I thought you were my bud. I thought
But
I knew
it didn't
you.
get my number was $100. I said if the tickets got below 100.
You went to the Sphere for $100?
No.
Oh.
No. My friends who were going, I was like, I'll go at $100. My friends bought tickets at $200. I'm like, okay, cool. And they go, oh, we bought you a ticket too. And I go, that wasn't my number.
Oh.
And so then I got peer pressured into going to the concert at their number, not it.
Wait,
did you have
Did you
to
see
pay
U2
did
for
you have-
$200
Hold up,
in the
did you have
Sphere?
to pay them, or like you had to pay back the $200, or you just paid them $100? How would you say that?
I paid
said 100.
No.
I paid the 100 and they were like, oh, I'll spot $25. I'll spot $25.
You
I'll
cheap
spot
son of a bitch.
Extra
$25.
frugal, Tony.
You cheap
But-
SOB. You went to the Sphere. Who did you see? Tell me, U2?
There's only one show at the Sphere right now.
You too, yeah.
So you went to see U2 at the Sphere for $200. You were so cheap you weren't going to go over a dispute.
50% off.
50%. Are you kidding me?
That's great.
I wasn't going to go at all. I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like there were other people not going. I was just going to hang out with them and head back to the hotel. But
Dude,
I got to go to the Sphere, which was cool.
I heard the Sphere was like $500, $600, $700 to get in.
Amazing. Always go.
And that's like for a movie, not even for a show. Like that's a steal.
Yeah, they bought tickets like 30 minutes before the show. Like we were just waiting.
Only you would
and
still
eventually
hold them
they
over
bought
that
it out.
$100. This dude is thinking about spending $2,600 on Taylor Swift. 2 tickets, 13 each. But he's like, well, $100. I don't know if I can. I don't know.
I love that your other friends are such good friends that they spotted you, because I would have said the same thing. Like,
they're like, no, fuck Tony.
I said 100. You guys went on your own and bought me the extra. You got to pay.
That's still, it's only 100 more for the Sphere. How was the experience?
So we sat 400 level, which is like the top section. It was a very cool experience. I also think that 12 months from now, 18 months from now, after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different acts have been able to come in and throw their different creative minds into the potential of the building, it's going to be a million times better.
Really?
Nice. Okay.
Because then they're still just starting to learn what it's capable of doing.
Yep.
And and you're going to get, especially like these musicians that are just creative as fuck. Just their minds will just be able to bring in so many different unique viewpoints of, oh, what if we do this? Or, hey, I want to do this. Can you make this happen? And give some crazy animators and graphic artists the opportunity to create just mind-blowing things. I think that'll be pretty amazing. If I were critical of anything, there were a bunch of us that went. Some people sat in different areas, and I think the higher up, the sound quality wasn't as crisp as it was for people lower, like either on the floor or in the 200 or 300 level section.
Yep.
So if you are going to go, from what I took away from everybody's input was
Buy your tickets
sit lower.
30 minutes prior.
Don't have your buddies buy your tickets.
Sit lower for sound quality purposes. And then at certain moments, and maybe it was just because we were so high up in there, is that at certain times I thought that you can't use the entire Sphere all of the time. That would just be too distracting. But I also think at certain times they could add some different subtle ambiance to utilize more of it, even just in smaller ways to help focus on the stage.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and they will. It is just a matter of it developing, I think.
Before the message goes away, because it's a great message from Tom. Clark Howard, Dave Ramsey got their money tips from Extra Savings Tony. Love that comment. Love that comment.
I'm Clark Howard.
Did you drink that night? And if so, how much were the drinks? I heard they were $20 and up. But it's Vegas and it's at the Sphere. I would think 40 and up.
No, I think it was 20 to 25 per.
Oh, that's not bad.
20 to 20.
Yeah, it was.
It's for Vegas?
Well, true Vegas.
And like the biggest venue in Vegas right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think. I always
Yeah.
wondered, like, when you're working, because you're enticed with the city of Vegas and you're in Vegas, yeah, you got to do some day work, but at night, you're free and your call time what was your call time? Was it early?
10
10
a.m.
Do people go out? Like, you got the wife, you got
of course.
the kids
Absolutely.
at the house,
People,
but you're
people
in Vegas.
do all the time.
Yeah.
Sure.
You show up the
Or-
next day at the truck and people are just hungover.
That's definitely happened for sure.
Of course.
Oh, what a great group of people. You know, what I really want on the podcast is, I don't want to say people's names, but Burger Boy. Like that dude,
Yeah.
that dude seems like he's got stories.
He does have stories.
Dude,
Stories.
talk about living, man. What do you want to accomplish? And it's such a stupid question, end of the year question, such a dumb one. Actually, let's look back in 23. What was the dumbest? I always like asking myself this question. I don't know if anybody else does, but what was the dumbest and best purchase of this past year? Is there something that you bought and you were like, oh man, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be like a car. It could be like a $10 purchase, But what's something that really went the extra mile that you were like, oh my God, what a great purchase, even though maybe it was $1? And what was the worst purchase? Because sometimes, I'll get excited for something that I won't touch.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Like the keyboard.
I've got,
whatever.
what keyboard?
Camera. I
I've
don't
touched the keyboard.
Okay,
I fucking
whatever.
learned to play Interstellar. And no,
for
Elia,
the
it's
last
not
2
4
years.
notes, bitch. Elia came over.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, I heard it's just 4. No, it's not 4 notes. It took me a year to get to this level.
Okay, anyway, back to Tony.
Sorry. Tony, do you have anything?
Man, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Best and worst purchase. This is hard. I feel on the spot. I wasn't prepared for this.
You might have to get back to us on that one, especially because you're so good with money.
Looks are deceiving. The best monthly money I spend is on YouTube TV. But
Okay.
but I that's something that I utilize every day.
Why
That's better
YouTube
than any
TV?
service.
Why YouTube TV over like the others?
Like Hulu or Max.
I love YouTube TV as
Same.
well, but not Hulu and Max. Those are channels.
Oh, I
We're
don't
talking about more like cable providers, I think, right?
But I mean, YouTube TV is the last thing that is the first thing I'm spending money on entertainment wise, before Netflix or Max or whatever. But God, best purchase? I need to think about it.
Yeah.
I'll text you.
Okay,
Text
do
me,
that.
yeah.
And if you guys in the chat want to drop in yours.
throw it in there. Or it
Yeah.
could be something that you just like, oh, I'm going to use this all the time, and you bought it, and it's just been sitting there. Just been sitting there the entire year. That would go under like, worst purchase. And I haven't done that because I'm like Tony, where I haven't taken the time to really think about it, and that's something that every year I like to take time to think about. Like, for instance, last year, believe it or not, was my Bose noise-canceling headphones, which they're awesome. And this is what I mean about best and worst purchase. Like, they're awesome.
Yeah,
But
I use them.
You
Yeah.
use them on the plane. Outside of using them on a plane, because I don't want to use my ear pods on a plane, because if you fall asleep, you lose one. And then I've had that happen where I had to wait like half of a flight till we landed so I can look under the seat and hopefully I can find it.
Right.
With the Bose, they don't fall off your head. But outside of like flying, I never use them. So as awesome
I
as
just,
there
like,
are,
run or
it's
at
just
the
such a
gym.
waste of money because they're just sitting there, So I'll have to think about that as well. But for anybody in the chat, we still have instant voice messages, instant voice notes up. So if you want to leave us that, you can online at pkndk.com or send us an email, tag us on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and we can do like a little rundown.
Yeah, and that's at
on the
PK
next show.
and DK.
Would you do you have any kind of what do you want to do better, or
It's the other dumb
it's
question that people
the
ask.
dumb question everybody
for
asks it, but
2024?
is there something that you try to be better on in
A
24?
resolution.
I want to lose. I want to lose weight and get healthier again.
You're fucking
So-
skinny as shit.
Nah,
What?
I'm back up. So my wife and I have committed to one gym date per week.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's not going to do
Which-
anything. by the way.
Well, stop, but you
Fuck,
can
I've been doing that for the last 5 years. One gym day a week.
No, no, you
date.
haven't.
One gym
Date.
date, PK.
Date.
You're not hearing
Meaning-
correctly.
Meaning her because I'm gone multiple days a week, but her and I commit to going to the gym together one day per week as a date. But then on top of it, we're both responsible for other activity outside of that.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
it's her and I versus the normal of going to a happy hour. So we're
like that.
punting on the happy hour week. Like if those happen, they're going to happen. But to commit to one happy hour, no, to commit to one gym date per week
Here's that
with the
hack.
wife.
That's good. Do you guys have like a gym membership, or is it like Class Pass or something you guys do?
We do, and my membership probably cost $40 per visit last year.
Oh
because I
my
utilized it so
God.
little.
There you go. Worst purchase, bro.
Yeah,
you need to
Worst
do.
purchase.
Yeah, it's like
right there. It might have been 80. It might have been 80 bucks.
Yeah.
Planet Fitness at $25 a month for me, and I can always bring a guest, which obviously is PK.
And
Like
they got
that's
the water
Yeah.
massage chair, so I don't know if that works with your
I was
gym
like,
date,
that
but you
may
can just
have-
hit up the water massage chairs and leave.
Thinking back, that might have been my best purchase because
used it.
because definitely use it during running indoors during the Houston hot summer.
Yeah.
Like you can't be outside.
Right.
It's miserable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I honestly haven't used it in the last 2 months. However, in the summer was great.
What do you think? Should I, after this call, just call him once?
Yeah.
What do you think, Tony?
I'll pop the champs, which is
I vote yes. And just to put a bow on your thing earlier, what I think you should do, PK, is you're in a good spot now. Once the union gets back to you, I think you're going to be in a hireable situation in Houston. But in the meantime, what I think that you should do is you should find a part-time job, just an hourly earn a check job to help out your wife with the bills. Yeah.
I've helped her out with the bills for the last 2 fucking years,
okay,
kid.
I know. PK has, yes.
Oh,
we don't need to get into
time for PK to fucking
we
take a load off.
Oh my God, because I took a load
I'm
off the
just
last
kidding.
2 fucking years.
I'm
I've
just kidding.
worked. I have worked.
We all know that you're mooching off of your sugar mama right now. So
100%,
hey, it's time for you to pull your weight, buddy.
I know
it's time
it
for you to
is.
pull your weight.
I've been thinking about like Instacart. I've been thinking about, one of the things that I've spent a lot of time is because you got me kind of excited about back. It's weird that like when you have jobs and things are going good, sometimes that snowflakes into other like careers and jobs. But when you need something to happen, you really don't have those opportunities. And what I mean by that is when I was doing radio, I would get all these side jobs to do videos for different clients.
Oh.
Now, because it's not like the radio through the salespeople, it's harder to get those clients. But you brought up like doing wedding videos and stuff, and I've been going through some of the videos that I frankly never had the time to edit. And that's kind of like reignited some of that. Of like, I love going out and recording stuff and editing. So, I'm kind of thinking about, so if somebody has a wedding, you need a videographer. I got you.
Yeah.
Reach out to, or maybe somebody that's about to get married or something.
Or any kind of event.
Tell them that you know somebody, because I could definitely do that. We could have had a free trip to Tony's wedding. That's how, did Trey do your wedding video? No, not Trey. Who did that?
It was Vancouver Boy, After Effects Boy. That was Barrett. Yes.
Barrett.
Yeah.
He's terrible with the names.
No, so here, this is a great way to just put a bow on everything, and then we'll be done here.
Okay.
Is PK? I think what this is a great example of is how good you can be with your networking and your social skills. Where in these moments, like you won the TNT boy over very quickly to the point where he's like, hey, give me your contact info. I can get you work in Atlanta. Like that was you. Like he got to know you, the person, saw your work ethic, saw the sparker, saw those things. And I think that is a skill that you have buried of yours or you've never needed to count on for anything. But I think it's can be the heart and soul of so many things, especially if you're looking to open up these doors where you're saying, oh, these opportunities used to come at me when I was in radio. If you would have nurtured those relationships back then, you would still have those ties to all of those people to make things happen now today. And to the point of like the wedding thing is you're so quick. And I think it's because you're so focused and consumed in the moment with everything you have on. But when Nicole and I did get married back in 2019, like we flew a ton of people down to be a part of that. And I wanted you to be there. And I was going to offer to fly you guys down there also, but I couldn't even get you to return my phone call to actually invite you.
Oh my God, what a jerk. Oh my God, Tony, why are you friends with him? What an asshole. PK.
What a dick.
It's a great question, Denise.
Oh my God.
And I think what I don't want that to be your come away from this. What I want your come away to be from this is put more value in those relationships, because you never know what may help bring things full circle or give you that pick me up or that, hey, PK, I got a wedding. I need your skills. here's the work, give me a call, let's make this happen. Like just keep all those keep irons in all those fires all the time there, because you do have that skill and you have that talent.
And what a great friend you are, Tony. Not only were you like, we only had 2 people in our wedding, like 2 best men of PK, and you were one of them, and you are helping him out like with his new career. And PK couldn't even like call you back 3 years ago, and you still just kept kept going after PK.
You should,
What'd you say, Denise? Why am I friends with him?
Yeah,
is that what you said?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't be all that fucking bad. Everybody back off real quick. And how many times did you call me back then?
Uh-huh.
I think I need to reevaluate my friendships. Although I'll tell you what, in the last 3 months, PK has answered every single phone call to me. He's answered more phone calls from me in the last 3 months than he has in the last 20 years.
Oh my
because
God.
he is always dodging calls.
Oh, it's like because he wants something now.
He's leaving people
PK.
on red. I know. He's leaving people on red. He'll unread. He won't even read messages because he's avoiding people left and right. And it's like, hey, this is all hitting you with a ton of bricks, man. Like, this is your opportunity to be better.
Okay,
like,
you know what?
Suck at it.
You're right about that. You're right about that. I've also always tried to be genuine as I can be.
It starts with an E joining in the chat. PK is a ghost master.
Oh, what's up, Bessie?
Oh,
yes,
Jesus.
Ghost master.
I've always, there is a certain level of ghosting. If something stresses me, this is something that for like 3 years running, I've made my resolution, and it's obviously not getting any better, so we'll just keep on that path. But one of my things has always been to like, and ironically enough, it's what annoyed me about how everything went down with Ryan, which is like procrastinating and putting things off.
And you're doing the same.
And I'm doing the same when I see like a text message or something. I'm like, if I open this up, I'm going to need to reply. And, this person likes to reply back like a lot. So I need to have like a half hour to be able to sit down and to focus and to reply. Because if I don't have that half hour, I can't just start by a reply. So then I'll put that off.
Just be honest. Like, hey, I saw your message. I don't have time right now, but I'll call you tomorrow at 9 p.m.
I just don't want to be rude. And
well,
I'm like,
I mean, that's
don't
not
want to
being
be like, you
rude.
talk too much.
What's being rude is you not responding.
I know.
But you being open and honest.
Well,
in
that's
front
the
of somebody.
procrastination thing. So I got to work on that.
Okay.
But also with the relationship context that you're saying.
Or people will call me.
I've never wanted to be a bugaboo. I don't want to bug people with stuff like, so if the opportunity, and I always wanted my work to speak for itself. So I didn't want to kiss people's ass either. I wanted it to be like when I genuinely like somebody, I genuinely like them and we'll reach out and have conversations, like I don't just want to talk to somebody just because of their status or what might come from that relationship. I think I've always been bad at networking because of that. I'm not saying that. I'm not defending. I'm just trying to explain why I've been so bad.
I understand, but I also do not think, like, especially after everyone that you've met, like going on trainings with Tony, and every time you've come back, you've met so many people, and like people love you. Like, that's networking, but I don't think you realize.
I'm a lovable fella.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think you realize what it is, but what you're doing and going there and getting contacts, that's exactly what you're doing. And of course, people love you because you have such a great personality, as Tony mentioned earlier on the show, that you're so excited for. Okay, whatever. Correct.
I played the applause, Tony. Played the applause. Anyway, man, I do appreciate everything that you've done for me. I really do appreciate that. You don't have to do any of those things, and it's got to be weird from your point of view, too, because, when we first started the Playhouse, I'm sure you were looking at me as some creative, talented god, which I am. Like, it'd be like me walking through the doors at Howard Stern or something, and just be like a little boy, and now it's reversed. So I appreciate you, lending a hand. And
I do, too, Tony, because thank God he finally will be able to spread his wings on his own.
Yeah. No, I mean, back in, what was that? Like 2001, when I started calling the radio station, I know every time I called and Naveen would answer that I get put on hold and then I get told, yeah, he can't talk right now. He says, call him after the show. You have his number. And then I'd call him after the show.
I didn't ghost you, though. You got in.
That show never would have happened if I wasn't persistent. But eventually, he called me back.
All these years later, Tony.
I know.
Best, Tony. You're the freaking best. You're a kind-hearted individual. That's all I can ask for.
And thank you from the bottom of my heart, too, for getting PK out there. Yeah.
Hopefully you don't kill him if he gets away from you and stays out of the house a little more.
Yeah. No.
Hopefully the honeys don't get at your boy.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Dropping all those.
I'm sure that's Denise's biggest concern.
Okay.
Yep.
Actually, it's my concern. She's working at the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Can I give you a personal tour of the room?
I forgot. I had.
Remember when you did Chris Rock?
Yeah. Oh, I did not. Okay.
You showed him his bedroom or whatever.
I sure did. But yeah, I forgot to mention this hotel only has like 165 guest rooms, but on top of it, it's called the Residence, and it's all penthouse suites that I will be working at.
I
so
bet.
There's that.
What are you doing at this
No,
hotel?
I can't.
Guest services?
I'm joking. I'm not working at
Are you working at the hotel
I'm
or
not
are you
working
working near
at
it?
the penthouses.
Okay.
I am working with the hotel corporate events.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll have to do sniff tests whenever she gets
All
home at
right,
night.
goodbye, everybody. We also got Ezra that's joining us live.
Hey,
So,
what's
hey.
up? Just plug her YouTube. Or maybe not, because I don't, our audience. Yeah.
All right, Elia, you're up. I'll see ya. Ghostmaster
Tony.
PK. Bye.
See ya, bye. Oh, we got a buy from him, too. How about that?
Ah,
What a nice fella.
I do have a few donations
Do you
that
really?
came through, but I just didn't want to rudely interrupt Tony. Boom. Desiree.
How many times have I told you if we get a donation,
Oh,
you
sorry.
interrupt?
Sorry.
Donation, interrupt.
Got it. From Desiree.
Boom.
We met Desiree, remember, long time ago, 2016, I think. Was that our first
I know Desiree, yeah.
stuff of us? And the most amazing food ever. Are you still doing that? Because that food, that everything that you made for us when we lived there was at Atlantic Station was delicious.
All right. Am I hitting it one more time? Who's the next donation for? Come
the
on.
next one is...
I need to find a better way to
Cash
hit this.
App.
Cash
Oh,
App.
gosh. This is from Trisha.
Oh, I thought you said ketchup.
Cash App.
Or then Kesha is what I thought.
You guys don't have to donate, but that's very sweet of you.
Yeah, you do.
Trisha is saying for the Happy New Year.
Don't tell people not to donate.
Okay, sorry.
We need donations.
Thank you,
Where's
Trisha.
Jerry at? I don't see you, sir.
Did you
Actually,
thank Jerry for his $100 check?
Yeah, Jerry sent the 100 for the toy drive, which was awesome. Big thanks to everybody for making the toy drive a screaming success once again. Once again. Are you done with the donations?
Nope, I got
more?
one more from Anthony.
Anthony. What
Tony.
the fuck is up, Anthony?
And all he writes is just Happy New Year.
Happy
So,
New Year, buddy.
Anthony or Tony M.
What are we doing? There's different people around,
Chowski.
the different parts of the world do, different things. How many times I just say different right there for the New Year's? Grapes is one of them. What are we doing? Are we doing
Yeah, that
any
was
of
in
that stuff?
Madrid. Was grapes. I mean, honestly, tonight we are celebrating with producer Elia and his fam.
But we're not bringing something. Do you guys in the chat, do you do something for
Yeah,
good
what's your
luck? What do you
guys'
do? Drink orange juice? Eat soup? What are we doing?
Black-eyed peas are very popular in the South.
It's 2024. It's about to be. Let's, black-eyed peas? I don't know. Is that kosher? Can we say that? I don't want to be canceled again. I'm just trying to understand the landscape.
You're going to be canceled for assuming something different than black-eyed peas.
Listen, I wanted to ask you guys if this is this is disgusting. Actually,
What?
I don't want to ask you. I know this was disgusting. I
Uh-huh.
just did not realize at the time how disgusting it was.
Oh, I got an update from our friend Julie real quick. She did say the Texans won, so they need to beat the Colts next week, and they'll be in the playoffs.
Why did
There's
you
our update.
schedule our show in the middle of Sunday football?
I just...
Are you trying to just make this even more difficult than what it is already?
I said noon, and then I was like, noon, the game starts, so maybe 2, it would be over.
Our next show is
and
going
I
to be
forgot.
same time as the Super Bowl.
Yeah. There
Can
you
I say
go.
that? You can say that, right?
Yeah,
Unless
sure.
I'm using it for promotional.
Yeah, that's
which
what we talked about.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now I had two things I wanted to talk. Oh, yeah.
How gross you are with your mushrooms.
I know this is disgusting.
Sure.
Again, I was going to have you guys vote and stuff, but then I realized upon cleaning the mushrooms, this was absolutely disgusting. So we get a thing of mushrooms, and I think my Majerno or something has been messing with my senses because
He's eating
I'm
lots
eating
of
healthy
vegetables.
things, which is unlike me.
Yeah, not psychedelic mushrooms. These are just like Bella mushrooms that you get from the grocery store
So I've been
that clearly have a sign on the label that says "Wash me."
Yeah, and I was like, well, the mushroom is fungus to begin with. That's the one thing that I actually did learn from school, right? Is mushrooms are fungus.
Fungi, yeah.
And then if you're eating the ones that make you see things, those are grown in poop. It's like, how much dirtier can we get?
Okay.
So I started eating the mushrooms. And then at the house, I'm like, all right, so I don't get another ear beating from her, I'm going to wash the mushrooms. So I went ahead and washed them.
Yeah. So this is like our little thing.
So
that-
maybe y'all had a point, because look at this. Oh, man. These mushrooms were dirty. Woo! I mean,
Yeah.
that's next level dirty.
I mean, did you only rinse it once, or did you rinse them again? 'Cause
Yeah,
what-
I kept going.
Okay, because like with this thing, so it's like a salad spinner. So you're supposed to put like lettuce or whatever, but you can still do it like with mushrooms, and then like rinse them, and then you spin it, empty it,
We got to get that
dry it, and then
gizmo that Elia has. He's got like some vibrating ladies toy that he puts in with his veggies, and it shakes the dirt off. Does he use?
I don't know, but I always my grandma used to always use something like that, so that's how I learned. But yeah, everything. Wash your food. Oh,
How was your grandma? You went back to visit grandma and the
Yeah,
family during
I
the holidays
did.
and just leave me absolutely alone?
Absolutely alone. Yeah. No, I went and saw grandma. I mean, I met, some of grandma's friends. I hung out. Then we went to my parents' house and I had Christmas with my parents. And shout out to my brother and sister-in-law Rose, who are always like in the chat and everything.
Yeah. But shout out to Rose, who still sticks. Always be sticking. She's
right.
still sticking.
And
not so much your brother. I don't think he stuck one sticker.
No.
Probably why the show didn't work out. Just saying.
Hey, we're still working out. We're still doing the show.
That's a good point.
But we had like a great, great time. We went out, the three of us, Robert, Rose, and myself, Christmas Eve. And like we took Uber. We were responsible. Took Uber into downtown. Went to a few places, including Huber's, which if you live in Portland the last 30, 40 years, you're familiar with Huber's. It's like one of those places you get Spanish coffees. It's with 151s, a big old presentation.
That's when I knew you were going to be found at some street corner. Because like when I'm there, I try to I'm like, hey, let's space these out. If I'm not there, you're just pour the 151 in my mouth.
Yeah.
That was the night of the sexy picture.
Yeah, which I almost did. But no, so I think we stayed out till about 9 Christmas Eve. And then we went to like a bar right up the street from my parents' house, like 2 blocks up the road. Very fuzzy. And then we proceeded to, for some reason, call my dad to give us a ride home. And then I talked to my dad for about like an hour afterwards. I tried to get my mom to watch Home Alone. She only had Netflix movies. And I was really disappointed because like they hadn't seen Home Alone. I'm like, that's totally Christmas, Mom. That's what Pete and I do Christmas Eve.
You're a grown-ass woman. Why don't you call Uber?
I don't know. It was up to my brother. I don't know. I just was following along.
That was a weird move.
It's fine.
Move. Two grown kids.
Yeah.
Lost. Let me call Pops.
Let's call Pops. And so he took them home. And then I continued conversation with my dad once we got home. And then my dad proceeded to ground me to my room.
As he should. Let's applaud that.
And then
like that.
At the end of our conversation that night, he's like, okay, Denise, I think it's about time you go to bed. I'm like, oh, no, Dad, I'm getting in trouble as a 30-something-year-old woman. I just went out to have fun with my brother and sister-in-law.
And then I was worried because, the last time somebody went to Oregon.
Rose, we went ham.
Yeah, y'all did. You should get her on the phone. Call her up.
We really did. We had a lot of fun.
The last time somebody went to Oregon, came back, he secretly moved there.
I secretly moved there.
He secretly moved there. The last time
oh my God.
somebody went to Oregon and came back,
yelling?
He secretly moved there.
Yeah, correct.
So now I'm she's going to come back. She's going to, one day I'm going to wake up and she's going to be like, she's going to pull Derine. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. See if he answers.
Who? Why? Why do you want to call him? He's not going to answer.
Well, that's just your thing. But yeah, I was and then apparently my parents talked crap about me behind my back because then we went out for Christmas Day, went to like a nice brunch, and then when I went to the bathroom, my mom's like, yeah, Denise was so drunk. She asked if I...
Rather listen to a phone ring. I play the never-ending story, but, YouTube rights. As this is even a question.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Oh,
the person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished
Did he get a new phone? It usually says his number.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a new...
Yeah. Are you surprised?
Okay.
Are we surprised here?
I feel fine now.
Okay.
I had to stand up and look and make sure you actually called.
Why don't you call him if you want to talk to him so bad? Huh?
You did.
I'm fucking over it.
You did.
I'm done. I'm moving forward.
Yeah, that was very loud, Trisha. Thank you.
That was loud. Sorry. I have like a bunch of... Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking through my notes of stuff that we haven't recapped yet, or that we haven't got to yet. What is the chat saying?
The chat. We got Albert joining in just a little bit late.
The hell's up, Albert?
Yeah.
What's up? Going forward, what are we going to do with the show? Like, now you're going to have the big girl laying on your back job. When are we going to do the show?
What the fuck sorry. Oh, excuse me, kids.
Naughty.
What does that mean, laying on my back?
Are we going to
job?
continue doing the show?
No. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. I would like to know because every time...
It's called a funny, a joke.
Every time, like, I talk about my new job and my position now, it's finally happening. Like, you get really defensive. And, like, you're not
I'm just
happy.
going to miss you.
Like, you're not happy for me.
I am happy for you.
Like, everybody else is like, congratulations. So proud of you. I know you've been waiting for this and having, like, nice things to say. You, on the other hand, are simply, like, ignoring me.
Very
or
happy.
Making me feel like I'm not going to be there to take care of you anymore.
No, that's not true. And maybe
Really?
I'm going to have to make the bed all the time now.
Oh,
That's not easy.
cry me a river.
I know.
Wow.
I'm just sad that we're not gonna, that's all. It's just it's a big transition for me.
It
I don't know if
is.
you've picked up on this. I'm not very good with transitions. The same thing,
I
like
know
when we had
this.
to move and when he went back. I'm not very good with transition. It takes me a minute and then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
How it's always been.
So again, like
Fucking Elia with his therapy talk. Why does he always go to the therapy thing?
and as I have like mentioned earlier on the show, like the month of December, especially like the last 2 weeks of December, like several times has been just really, really challenging because like we've always been in, oh my God, I can never have a serious conversation.
Every time you talk, I'm just gonna start calling somebody.
Hello.
Hi,
Oh, do you
Elia.
go to therapy? Why is that the first thing that you just drop on me? Therapy.
Because you're clearly messed up in the head, bro.
Oh, that's not new.
Hey, so you should ask PK who called him today.
Who called you today?
And it wasn't Dorian.
Oh
but-
yeah, it was
It was his mom.
Oh my God, it really
Yeah.
was. His mom in Greece.
Greek mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, it's New Year. It's New Year in Russia 16 minutes ago. So smoke 'em golden, guys.
so and you said what to your mom?
I said, don't pick up the phone, Denise. Put it down.
You didn't answer, did you?
No.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
God, what a son.
You know.
Come on, you have PK.
Why is this
Common-
about me?
Common decency.
Can we talk?
Your
Let's
mom
talk about
is
something
your
else.
mom is calling you. You answer.
Okay. Well.
But you really didn't answer her on New Year's? She was calling you. It's like a special holiday just to tell you Happy New Year, and that's it. And you just ghosted her.
Yeah.
Nothing new there.
Yeah, nothing new at all. Maybe we'll start
See, in therapy,
2024.
you could learn why it is that you ghost everybody. And you could also learn on why it is that you constantly need Denise in every little facet. And as soon as something changes, then you think she's cheating on you somehow.
Cheating. PK?
Yeah, but he's always, he's like, you're laying on your back on your new bed, like sleeping
It's
around.
called a
Or you're
joke.
going to go on a trip, you're going to stay there, and you're never going to come back. You'll meet some guy, like sleep with somebody else. You're going to go to a wedding with some other dude that fills in for me and sleep with him. Some other guy.
That's
Oh,
right.
you're going to the Oregon game, you're going to meet an Oregon guy and sleep with him.
That's right.
Another guy. It's always the same thing.
That's
Anytime you
true.
do anything, it's like you're going to go sleep with somebody. Like, I don't know where you get that, but that's weird that you're constantly badgering on that. And then you can't leave her alone ever. It has to be like right there. So I'm thinking that you just need to reemphasize her to yourself that she's currently not sleeping with anybody because I see her right in front of me. So therapy might help you get past that, whatever that's happening.
Well, why do I need therapy when I have you in my life?
The truth teller.
Well, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know how to help you with that. I'm just telling you. I'm noticing a pattern. So I think a therapist would notice the same thing and be like, "Here's what we're going to work through,"
Yeah.
and then maybe you'll stop being so crazy.
I'm gonna fucking switch it up on you, and I'm gonna start saying they're sleeping with other girls now.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up.
We had a girls'
so
night.
I'm not so
girls' night last night. I must have been sleeping with one of the girls.
And what did I say when you left the house? Well, you put so much smell good on. What
Oh,
dudes
yeah,
are gonna
he
be
did.
over there?
He was like, "Why'd you put on so much perfume?" I'm like,
She doesn't put that much perfume on when I'm around. She smells musty. She came home
I came
from
home.
working out and gave me a hug. There was no perfume on that body.
And PK continued to lick my neck. It was disgusting.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm an old softy, lovey-dovey. My bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you can learn something from me.
Nah, I mean, I don't think it's like that. I think you're past the lovey-dovey.
I think it's psychotic.
Hey, let's talk about tonight. I'm excited about tonight.
Yeah, tell us about. I mean,
Yeah.
we know because we've been the last year. But
I love. This is my favorite tradition that the family does that I wish I was part of more because I'm obviously not in the family.
But we're invited. But Elia, tell everybody
it's
like in
such
the
a cool-
chat.
yeah.
Your family's amazing traditions and what we can expect tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much tradition it really is. We just have a really late dinner. Usually it's around 11 o'clock dinner starts.
Which is normal for
but-
us.
Yeah.
It is. That's what we were talking
Dinner
about
time.
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't eat that late. Anyway, so it usually starts around 11, but this year we're starting at 9
Okay.
because Chantel's super pregnant, wants to go to sleep by 10 o'clock.
Oh,
So, we're
geez,
trying to
Greg.
find a happy medium there. And so anyway, you have a late dinner, and then obviously only an hour away usually is New Year. So then you celebrate New Year, have some champagne, you pop some fireworks, and then you start to dance. And then if you're lucky, only if you're lucky, Get Maros will stop by. And when Get Maros stops by, then you get to play games. And who knows how many games you'll play and what kind of games they'll be, but it all depends on how you've been all year,
Okay. So
You've been,
get
you've been good. You get to play a lot of games.
Gitmodo. How do you say it?
Get Moro.
Gitmodo.
No, Get, D-E-T.
D-
Get is grandpa. Maros. Get Maros.
You
Father
don't
Frost.
know.
I was looking it up what Get Maros means, but
Not Get Maros, Diet with a D.
Dit?
Like dog.
Dig, Maros? Dip?
D-E-T.
D-
Like jet.
That doesn't make sense. Dead. Oh, Saint Nicholas.
Say it again.
Oh, dead.
I'm telling you all your answers. You just
Dead.
listen to what I'm saying. You don't need to do your Googling thing. I'm right here.
I know, but it sounded like
Kids with their phones these days, they can't even put it. Nothing's the truth until you Google it for yourself.
That's so
dead.
true.
I didn't know how to spell it. Dead. D-E-D. So dead Moros. M-O-R-O-S.
Dead is wrong. It's really it's a soft T, so it's a T. It should be a T. It shouldn't be a
I
T.
looked at T. And
I don't care what they say. What some American wrote on a website. I'm telling you, it's better. It's properly pronounced with a soft T.
Soft T.
Yeta.
Get the Moros. I'm excited to meet the puppies.
I don't think there's an S.
It's fine, whatever.
Is there? No,
It's
no
a
S.
Z. It's a Z. It's fine.
Oh, we have
No, it's a Z at the end.
Yeah.
the whole night to try to get that right.
Dead Moros.
Yeah, just remember you gotta learn how to say Snovim Godam.
Okay. And
Snovim Godam.
Snovum Godam.
That's it. Just say it fast, like you know what you're doing. It sounds perfect.
Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
is that
good.
champagne?
That's Happy New Year. So start
Happy New
saying
Year's.
that. Start saying that from now until like 2 days from now, but constantly. Snovim Godam to everybody.
Okay.
That's nice. And that's it. That's it. What else was the question?
Oh, and then we have like a big feast, including what kind of meal? Like
Just
I mean,
like Russian food.
well, I
right?
know, but Eli's
Yeah.
got to share with everybody else because I don't know how to say.
Yeah,
it.
nobody knows what the hell I'm going to be saying. There's a bunch of Russian fare, like some salads and
Look at
you
our
know,
demographic.
meats.
It's 80% Ukrainians.
yeah. Well, they're going to be eating the same thing. But winter salads, all sorts of delicious Russian/American treats.
Love it.
All over to kind of pick at. It's like tapas, but Russian. Like
Okay.
little food.
It's fun. I love it. It's
Yes.
such a fun tradition that you guys have going on over there.
and
you know?
and thank you for always including
Yeah.
us, which is very
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Do you have any
Yeah.
stupid resolutions? I know you're into all that stupid stuff. What do you?
What stupid stuff? What is the stupid stuff?
You probably are making like a dream board. What is it? Image board? All girls, the Instagram girls do right this time of year. Vision board. Are you
Yeah,
making a
right.
vision board? What's
No, I'm
2024
not making
for
a
you?
vision board.
What are you doing?
I'm not into vision boards.
What do you want to do?
I
in
don't know,
24?
man. Chantel gave me like a freaking workbook with like 38 questions in
fucking
there.
knew
Like,
it.
each have like A, B, C, D. It tells me to fill it out. I'm like, I don't want to fill this out. Can I? What happened to just having like a resolution? Now I gotta like break everything up into categories and write a paragraph about it. Like this is just too much nonsense.
Homework.
Yeah. You know what's
But that's good to know about you, and then you can go back next year and be like, what was
just
I?
make a fucking resolution. I don't need all that.
But how was your resolution, PK?
What my resolutions?
What was your resolution last
I
year?
don't have one yet.
No.
Last year was to quit procrastinating on stuff. Obviously, that has not gotten any better. I talked about it. I also like to not ask questions. I like to be able to look at, you ever wonder stupid stuff? I want to be able to know that. That's why I sent you about the eggs last night.
To Elia?
Yeah.
That was very random.
Because you were asking, why are different eggs different colors or whatever? I'm like, well, why wonder that? I can just look it up. That's always been a resolution, too. I just need to get better at doing those things. The thing that really is like, and I don't know if it's the same kind of line of what we're talking about, but kind of, because I feel like the people that can't just have a resolution, you need to fill out a book, are also the same people on Instagram, like always giving out advice or always having the best
What does it
recipe.
matter to you? Whatever is.
It's like, oh my God, like I've got to just get off.
Well, you don't have to, but I have like something on my phone. Like I also have like an actual 5-minute journal that I can physically write things starting tomorrow, the next year. But I also have on my phone, but it doesn't have to mean that I'm weird or something because I want to put down like things I'm looking forward to the day or things during the day at the end of the day that made me feel happy.
Life's
and write
about
them
living in the
down.
now.
But why?
Enough now.
Okay. Well, clearly.
Yeah,
that's
so
not working
I
for you.
think this interesting dislike for people that write their things out and plan. I wonder if that's related to the similar dislike that you have for organized religion, how those people do their things, and that's also something your therapist could tell you, and why you have these other weird things that you hate.
What are you rapping about?
I'm just showing you, man. They're probably all related. Like I don't people that write things down or read self-help books and all those people, they're the
No.
worst people. Like, why do you hate them so much?
I've never said it was the worst people.
You hate them because they're getting shit done and
Yeah.
you want to get shit
No.
done, but
They
you're
feel-
too lazy to fucking do
they
it.
feel good
And
about
then you're like, I hate all these religion people, blah, 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 religion. And then, but they're like really, usually smart.
Which
like,
one do you want to
successful
tackle?
and
Let's
stuff,
tackle
and
the
they're
first
kind
one.
people, and you're
Let's
like, and
tackle
you're
the
not.
first
So you're
one.
like, I hate
You're
those
just
people too.
steamrolling.
Trying to over there make themselves
you'd like to
better.
ask me,
I
I'll
hate
tell
those
you.
people.
I'll tell
This
you
is-
why.
This is what your therapist can help you with.
I don't need a therapist to tell me that people are, there's a bunch of scammers online that are just using, stupid things to, that's all they're doing is scamming on Insta or whatever.
But why is it, if it's something
None of that made any sense. You just said, they're scammers, bro.
Yeah, just go on Instagram.
Yeah, that didn't
Just
make any
scroll.
sense.
10 minutes on Instagram.
I'm not talking about people on Instagram scamming people.
Well, that's what I'm saying that annoys
bettering
me.
themselves and doing vision boards. What's the problem? What's wrong with vision boards?
Because I feel like that's foo-foo stuff. That's like if you want to do something, you either know what to do, the right and the wrong thing to do at any second in your life, right? You know what the right and the wrong thing to do is. And that's the only thing that you really need. Everything else is just like a fancy way of organizing words to try to sell a book and try to get you convinced about something that's probably not real.
Is there like a specific example you can give?
No, I mean, he's being very vague, so I'm trying to vaguely
I'm not
answer.
being very vague. I'm saying the people, let's take an the person that is writing a vision board to fucking get shit done.
Yes.
You're like, it's so common sense that those people are stupid because they write stuff out. You know what to do. You should just do it. Okay. Well, maybe those people have a problem with procrastination or they don't get shit done. And so for them to really do it, they have to look like they have to do an act, which gets them to really buy into the thing. And so they're going to get it done eventually. And maybe they wouldn't have if they wouldn't have made a vision board. My question is, why would you dislike those people just because they choose to do it that way?
I do not dislike them. You're saying that I dislike them. I do not dislike them. I dislike
you said, and I quote, I hate those people.
Okay. Did I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I can rewind the tape. Do we have somebody? No, we don't have anybody to rewind the tape. Well, hate might have been a little, maybe not the right word.
Why does it matter what other people do to make themselves feel better or more
I think what really happened is because when you were gone, then for the first time I was on Instagram through their feeds or whatever it's called. Stories? I don't know what it's called.
Reels.
Reels?
Yes.
Okay. And it's like every fucking other person had some kind of money-making scheme or some kind of scheme to make you a better. He was like all gurus for something. Well, even the people teaching you how to cook, all gurus with nothing to back anything up. They just know how to fucking do stuff.
Well, I mean, that's
and it's all like a scam. And it's just like, I'm like, holy crap.
But what's the scam?
Depends on the actual video. Let's just go on Instagram. It depends on the video.
How's cooking videos a scam?
Because they're all then selling you something. There's nothing doing anybody doing anything genuine anymore.
A recipe. How is that scamming you? I'm very lost. How?
PK's lost too. He doesn't know how he's going to talk his way out of this.
No.
You see, this is something a therapist would know because right now you're seeing red for whatever reason, and I don't know why. Nobody understands.
Because you got me to this point.
These people are scamming us, I tell you. Oh, the old man yells at clouds about some people are out there to scam you.
Oh my God, that did happen. Oh my God, that happened to me at the grocery store today. I had an older gentleman behind me.
He wasn't scamming you though.
No, he was not scamming me, but he was just I was. I talk to everybody. This has nothing to do with anything that we've been talking about. But you know how sweet, if somebody wants to talk, have a conversation. I'm trying to check out with groceries, not going through self-checkout. This guy's like, oh, it sucks to be old. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm going to try my best to just keep healthy. And he's like, yeah, they told me smoking was a bad idea. Now I'm 74 years old and my rent's going up next month. And I was like, oh, that sounds a little tough. Well, I hope you have a great new year. What am I supposed to say? Oh, whose problem this is? And he starts going in on Trump. And I was like, Jesus, I just tried to check out at Kroger with my 10 items. I had 10 items. So I'm like, so I politely excused myself and I went to self-checkout and let him be. But
maybe you just wanted somebody to talk to.
I know, but that's such an awkward conversation. Go to the gentleman behind you and have that conversation. It was very odd.
By the way, I do think that there are some self-help books and experts that we need to listen to. I just think, taking a step back from the conversation, talking in general terms, I think what really annoys me about the internet today is that there's no way to really tell the experts, everybody's a fucking expert, right? If Gordon Ramsay gives me a recipe, I'm going to give it a shot, even though I might not like it. He's put the work in to be able to do that.
Who cares if I want to watch it and I learn something versus if you want to watch it and claim that it's not factual or it's a scam. But if I enjoy it or the person down the street,
I'm just saying the internet has turned into that, and it's
social media.
I miss when I was young and I would walk
AOL
up.
dial-up.
Yes.
God.
I do.
Remember when the internet had people running around and knocking people out from behind?
Yeah.
That also sucked.
That wasn't.
I'd rather watch some shitty recipe guy than that happen.
That's still happening. That's not. Do you think that's gone? And by the way, that wasn't long ago. That was 3 years ago.
That happened last.
Well, I know you have a bad memory, so I was trying to be careful there,
Yeah.
Old man PK can't remember.
So what's on your vision board for 2024? Do you have anything
I
on
don't
there?
have a vision board. I'm not putting together a vision board. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be to terrorize you every single day
I was like,
in some way, shape, or form.
I love it.
And
you know what?
And the more that you ghost me, the more that I'll just keep pressing. I'll start sending
When
shit
did
to
I
your
go? I
house.
haven't ghosted you. How can I
You
ghost you?
ghost me
live,
every
you live a
every
block
single
away.
time.
I can't ghost you. You're impossible to ghost.
But I mean, you want me to go over to your house because you're not answering my phone calls? That's a little crazy.
He actually does. Remember, he's very clean.
You're the one talking about ghosting you. Jesus. I'm surprised you little bitch, didn't like blow me up last night when the girls had a girls' night. Because every time they have a girls' night, you're like, what are you doing? We're going to hang out. What you, like,
I know.
If I don't have a plan with Denise, I have a plan with you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know that sounds, it sounded like I was bitching, but I'm not.
No, instead,
I really came out in the wrong pitch.
I was like, instead, PK had.
I was watching the Cowboys game.
Same, we
Dude,
did too. Wow.
hey.
Everyone's giving some major hate for those refs last night.
Do you think he did? If he didn't check in, then what are people complaining about?
That he
I think he checked in.
Yeah, he
I do think he
definitely
checked in.
It's the refs, and I
Could he
heard
have
from.
just talked to the rep without checking in?
I don't know. I heard from Adam Schefter. He was saying that those refs are going no longer going to be able to ref either because it
really?
was that. Oh, we got another donation. From,
You think they were getting paid?
I got another donation. You told me to interrupt you. Sorry.
Hold on. What's your thoughts on it? Because you're like, American.
My thoughts are that Dan Campbell is their head coach, and he's a fighting Texas Aggie, and it is forever our eternal doom to always be screwed over in some shape, way, or form all the time. So really, yesterday we didn't see the Lions getting screwed. You saw Dan Campbell getting Aggied. And so that's what happened. And finally, somebody catches on to this. Thank God. Please pay attention and care for us whenever we get screwed over every single year in every single sport, every single way. That's what happened.
You're gonna come back. The
Cowboys still.
Who's going to come
they
back? I don't
won.
give a shit about the Lions.
No, they won. Cowboys won.
No, I'm talking about, I guess, the Aggies.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
You guys had not
Yeah,
the best
maybe.
year.
But probably not, man. We're doomed forever. Anyway, let's not make this about A&M. I'm going to go. I got to go get a nap in, guys.
All right. And Elia never naps.
Fucking old.
He never naps, but it's going to be a long night.
I always nap on New Year's Day because, if I'm going to stay up to like 4 or 5 and dominate every single game and keep drinking like a man, then I need a little nap ski.
That's a good point.
That makes sense. All right. Well, we'll end this.
Thanks for the time. Thanks for the wonderful year. And
don't forget the count. The count's got to come up.
I got the count. I got the
Okay.
count ready to go. All right, buddy.
Oh, nice. Happy New Year. See you later.
Happy
Bye.
New Year. See ya.
All right.
And speaking of bootleg, he just had a donation and also a request in our Discord
Yep.
to hear Elia's count.
All right.
Producer
For
Elia.
bootleg, here we go. Fucking computer, I even hit the play button. That should have been flawless. What the hell?
Dramatic pause.
You know that I am called the Count
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
because I really love to count.
10 big bushes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sometimes I sit and count all day.
About 8 other bushes.
But sometimes I get carried away. I count slowly.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Different kind of bushes. Different kind of bushes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Different kind of bushes. Different kind of bushes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Different kind of bushes. Different kind of bushes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he was driving through the middle of all of them.
Oh, that was great.
So again, today is
That was amazing.
12/31/23 123 123.
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
Didn't
the
you see
count.
somebody? I saw. I loved in Discord. I was going through there. Where is it
Earlier?
here? Not to brag. Here it is. Not to, who posted this? This is great. Not to brag, but I have enough money not to work for the rest of this year.
Oh my God, same.
I love that. Discord's awesome.
Oh, Urel, hi.
What's up, Urel? How the F you been, Urel?
Oh, Urel.
Oh, bootleg even put it in the.
Oh yeah, that is bootleg. Yeah, with the count.
Oh God, Uncle
Okay.
Jerry put Funny Friday up in Discord.
I'm not gonna lie, real quick. So like, I went to pick Chantel up yesterday, and then I had to do this awkward like Austin Powers U-turn thingy that I do sometimes, and then I was literally like 1, 2, 3 bushes, and I was like, oh no,
hit
I
the
can't.
bushes?
No, I didn't hit the bushes, but I was like, I think that they're probably gonna watch me try to hit the bushes, and he was like 1, 2, 3, almost hit the bushes, almost hit the bushes. In my head, it's always there.
Who is Let me bring up Discord again.
Saucy's Alfredo.
Who's this person?
That's Jesse.
Oh, it's Jesse.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't figure out. I saw that
Breaking
earlier, and I'm
Bad.
like, yeah, I had a brain fart. I'm like, I know this face looks familiar.
I was
I
like,
don't
'cause
think
we
it's a
just-
Vici.
we-
Like I couldn't figure it out.
Vici.
I don't know.
We just finally finished Breaking Bad.
Oh my God, what a great
Yeah.
show. Apologies to everybody that was in the chat.
That said it
Also
10
apologies
years
to
ago.
Replay Gang that I'm sure are going to be listening to this and pulling their hair out saying for years
Yeah.
you guys should have watched Breaking Bad.
Oh,
it was
so
really, I
good.
blame Denise because she wouldn't let me get past episode 3.
Me,
We
sure.
finally got through it.
Yeah.
And maybe the best all-around show.
Yeah, and I'm telling like my brother now because like he's into like he does security for federal buildings and whatnot, and it's very interesting like the DEA's position versus Walt and all of that. And I was like, you would really enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
And it holds up great. I mean, it's
Yeah.
you know. What else are we watching? You guys watching anything else good? What are y'all watching? Throw it in the
Because it's
the
like
chat.
at this point
Drop us
until
some instant voice notes.
I mean, like
Wait,
tomorrow.
by the way,
tomorrow's all the bowl games that we are watching anyway.
Are we
so-
back on Wednesday? Is that what we're gonna start doing every Wednesday?
That's what I'm thinking. Because,
Maybe something a little extra for the.
So this Wednesday is because like I don't start my job till the 15th, so I only have like 4 days where I don't work at the studio, including this Wednesday.
So we might do it from the roads. What you're saying?
But I don't think that we have money to go anywhere, so I think we'll be right here.
I don't know, Sugar Mama. It's really up to you.
It's not up to me. I don't got any money. We can drive down to Galveston and sit on the beach.
She wanted to go to New Orleans. I'm like, we can't go because we have to bring Teddy wherever
yes.
we go. We
Yeah.
can't,
Teddy.
even if you take, if you have a small dog, you can take him on a trip with you. He usually is not going to go insane in the actual hotel room. Like Teddy, if we leave him in the hotel room, he's going to go nuts.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
even if the hotel is dog friendly, they still going to kick us out.
Right. Yeah.
So, plus, New Orleans, not really a
Well,
dog-friendly town for a dog like Teddy, who barked at an infant the other day.
The only reason
Like a 2-year-old.
The only reason I said New Orleans is because it's like easy drive, but you had gone there with we talked to him earlier, extra work Tony, and you got a list from the Uber driver about like all of these restaurants to go to, and you had said that you didn't have time to go. You really wish I was there so we could go
Yeah.
experience some of those things together. So I'm like, well, if I do have like 3 days off, then that's something that we could do. But
I was pretty much there for half a day.
with
but
Teddy, no.
I thought it was awesome. So if anybody's going to New Orleans, hit me up because I want to. I'll send you this list. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah, it's a
As I was
great
getting out of this
list.
Uber, a guy's like, "Here's the places that you should go
It's like
if
a
you want
full-
lunch, dinner, brunch, whatever." It had everything.
It had like, It
Yeah.
was handwritten. It had like stars by like some had 2 stars, some had 4 stars. Must go 2 circles. Yeah.
So hit me up if you're going to New Orleans.
And I know like some people actually are because like who is it tomorrow? Texas? Is it
Yeah.
Texas?
Texas and Washington. Washington's about to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, Washington and New Orleans.
That's my
And then
prediction.
The Rose
Ass
Bowl
kicking tomorrow.
is Bama.
How do you not know
Michigan,
this?
Right?
Kidding
I don't
me?
know. I forgot. Like after
What
Oregon.
kind of football? What
After-
happened to Mrs. Game
Because
day's on.
I know, but
Wake up.
To be honest, once Oregon, I mean, I know that they're still in a bowl game tomorrow, but once they are not in the top 4, that's going to be in Houston, the national championship game. My like thoughts are like, I
Roll
know,
Tide.
I'm so sorry, but you guys tell me, you like Georgia Bulldog fans, like I know that they won yesterday, but how many people were super excited to watch that game? I know that they won, but still, like
You still
kinda
want to
like-
see your team. I bet you there are
Well,
a lot
like, a
more
lot of the
Georgia Bulldog
players-
fans excited yesterday than Florida
Florida?
fans who
Yeah.
didn't even play in that game. That shouldn't be a thing, by the way.
What?
You should see the thing through. I
Oh, yeah,
understand
yeah.
if you get injured and all the other stuff, but that's part of life. You could get injured going to the stadium, right? You should see it through. That
Yeah,
is your
play-
team.
play your
That
final
is your
game.
people. You're playing for your teammates. You're part of a thing. It's not about you, you greedy bastard. You should not be able to opt out. Like half their team opted out.
Or are they
Outta here.
opting in and going to the NFL or something, or they
They
just
just don't
opted-
want to. They don't want to play in the
they-
game because it's not meaningful
because they might get
to them.
injured
Yeah,
and they
you got
potentially
to see
could go to a
things
different
through.
school.
What are we teaching them?
Yeah.
They got to get rid of
Yeah,
that.
follow the money.
Fuck out of here.
That's what it is.
That's your sport minute from a guy that knows pretty much nothing about sports.
And
So.
you should do like a segment. This is PK with sports.
Don't
boy.
know anything about sports, but
Yeah.
here we go.
So we'll
All right. Anything else that you want to? What do you want to do this upcoming year? Do you have what's on your vision board?
I mean, to be honest, I'm super excited to start my new position. I have been talking about it, I feel like, for 4 months, but finally getting into it. I really am looking forward to
you should
new
give
challenges.
family discounts to people that throw donations in.
Yes. So it is a Hyatt property. I don't know about discounts. I haven't even started yet, but I'm excited because I used to work in hospitality, but it was for a very small company. So now it's with a Hyatt where there's possibilities to do so much, like within the company too. But to open a brand
Are you
new
gonna get to meet Hilton? Paris?
Paris, it's not Hilton. I work for Hyatt.
Don't they have like a meeting and they're all hanging out?
I don't know. Even my dad's like, "How's Paris?" I'm like, "Dad, no.
I don't know who knows who the Hyatt daughter
I'm
is.
not working for Paris.
Is there a Hyatt daughter?
I don't know.
How do you spell it?
Okay, you asked about my vision board, and now you're looking about daughters, and you're wondering if I'm doing other people. Okay.
No. It's Michael Hyatt.
Sure.
No, Mackenzie Hyatt.
Okay. They just have. A
Hey,
last
didn't you
name
want me to
Hyatt.
say something on your Instagram? What was it that
Oh
you
yeah,
were?
I posted.
What'd you mess up?
I posted a picture, and that's not. It's just a lady with the last name of Hyatt, PK. And it's
Wow.
probably AI.
Oh, that's a good point. We should start like, I could be a hot chick on Instagram with AI now. Make a gang of money.
Okay, but
Wait,
yeah.
what am I doing? Am I typing your name? How do I get to your Instagram?
D. Calensis. Do you not know how to spell your last name?
No. A lot of letters.
So, like, I posted this picture and I was feeling cute. And then I looked back on it because I took it in the sun. And I was like, Jesus, my Portland-esque ways are coming out of my arms.
Which one is it?
You click my profile pic for the stories.
Okay.
You know what that is?
This one?
Yeah. Do you see it?
What am I looking at?
Okay, so not my shirt.
First of all, were you changing a car tire? What the hell?
I know. So first of all, my shirt, and that's what I said. I said, PK asked if I
that's so
changed the
dirty.
tire because, like, when I had, you gotta pause it. Jesus.
I don't know how to fucking
just
pause
click
it.
on it. Just there. And
Is
so,
this
like,
armpit hair?
that's it.
Oh God.
I know.
I knew I felt that the other day too.
I know. I'm like, why did anybody tell me? Like, my inner Portland is is showing.
Oh God.
I'm like, my leg hair is gone, but my arm hair apparently have a problem.
What are you? What are
you doing right now?
I'm zooming in.
Yeah. Okay, you don't need to zoom in. Now it looks like a butt or something.
Oh God.
I fixed it.
Do
Okay.
you need a new razor?
I
Yeah,
fixed
hold
it.
them up.
I fixed it.
The hell?
I fixed it.
You expect me to have sex with you with that?
Okay, clingy much?
No.
Yeah. You were licking my neck when I had that hair.
Oh. I could use that as a Brillo pad. I need my cast iron cleaned.
You zoomed
Don't put them in the dishwasher.
so far in that that's not really what it looks like. It looks way worse.
It's not like
that looks like a.
This is not AI.
That looks like a mustache.
All I did is zoom into your hairy armpit. And by the way, don't come at me. Oh yeah, natural and all that stuff. My whole
That's fine.
feeling on armpit hair
This is my own armpit hair, and I
when
realize
there's hair, it smells. The end. When there's hair, it smells. There's a lot of hair there.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Nobody told me.
Well, who's gonna tell you? How are they gonna tell you that? Excuse me, miss. Maybe that's what the old guy at the store was trying to tell you.
I had a jacket on.
Excuse me, miss.
had a
I don't know
long
if you
jacket.
know this or not, but your armpits currently look like,
Yeah,
an Eddie Bauer sweater.
All right, PK. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like I cried out like my mascara, but no, it was just don't wear white to a workout, obviously.
The other
I heard that
yeah,
I
go
heard
ahead.
that you have been getting so strong at Legree and the Megaformer.
These are
machine.
lies.
No.
These
I've
are
heard
lies.
that your core is getting very
No,
strong.
I don't know about that. Didn't your friend call us out?
Well,
Yes, she did.
I mean,
I don't appreciate that, by the way.
just
The
saying
whole
that,
class.
I mean,
Whole
these
class.
women might be a little stronger than you two boys.
We know this. They don't need to, be made aware of our current circumstances.
But a great compliment about your fitness and how sometimes you used to break, but now you're like, when you plank
Down
it
to
out,
240.
you really plank it out and you're holding it and your core is getting great. So I think that continue that on for 2024 for you, talking about resolutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely fitness and exercising and all that stuff for sure. That's probably the main one. That and a job, obviously. Like we're back to how people have resolutions. There's a really make-believe things that they want to, pick up on at some point.
I wish to travel more.
I want to read more. I want to finish 5 books.
Yeah.
No, for us, it's like bare minimum. It's, it's like a baby coming out of a vagina.
Oh.
I just want to breathe. That's me right now. I just want a job.
I just want to be able to pay a bill.
Yeah. And then when those happen, so maybe 2025.
No.
We'll be going back to, I want to read a book.
One foot in front of the other. Just keep getting after it. Small things.
Yeah.
You got to celebrate those small wins.
I'd like to continue this I think this podcast is great. It's a great outlet.
And I think next Wednesday, the 3rd, sounds fabulous to come back.
So we'll do it then.
Wine Wednesday.
All right, I got to wrap up because I have been working on something that's not going to get done, and I wanted it done by today, but that's probably not going to happen. But
you try.
I need to put some more time into that. And but thank you all so much for joining us. Wednesday, what time? Wednesday, you thinking? 7?
Same, 7 Central, so that's 8 Pacific. Nope, line 8 East Coast and 6 Pacific.
Yeah, you all do the math, but
5.
Jesus.
Good God, I'm very off.
Shout out to Amber, to Bootleg. Shout out to everybody who made it a little donation. Shout out to the Replay Gang. Trisha, what's up?
Another donation.
All right, then we'll keep going.
It says Happy Hogmanay, but I don't know if that's what it means or Happy New. I gotta look it up because I think Grant is Hogmanay. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, because he's Scottish. Happy Hogmanay, guys from Cher and Grant. So
what's up?
We haven't seen them in like a year or 2.
I thought we were planning a dinner or something.
Yeah, we need to. Thank you, guys.
Happy Hogmanay. So wait, what is Hogmanay?
Is the Scots word for the last day of the old year. What's New Year in Greek? Come on.
I know good morning in Greek. I know that's not what you were asking at all.
Say Happy New Year in Greek.
Couldn't tell you.
Really?
Mm-mm.
How about this? Oh, I got myself on there, so don't worry about it. Ask Siri.
Yeah, I have no idea. Just read it out.
I don't know what it says. It looks like your mom's name. Here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It does look like her name.
I don't know what it says. I'm not the Greek one here. You are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah. And thanks to everybody that's been a part of this ride for the last year. Obviously, Megs, and allowing us to do that toy drive again. That was so meaningful. And throughout, there was a lot of laughs this past year. So I guess I am glad about that.
Yeah,
and,
we did have a lot of laughs, a lot of great times. I know end of June, we were able to go back to Portland and have a meetup with everybody. A year ago, all those pictures popped up from Fresno and Atlanta, when we were there for a meetup. So
maybe we'll do some more meetups.
I would love to bring that back in 2024 for sure.
Will your boy, and I want to say you, I'm talking about you in the chat. Will your boy hit me back up today? I don't think so. Come back Wednesday. I'll let you know.
That's a really big donation, though.
That's what do you want to do?
I don't know.
I can hit the bong gong dong again.
Yeah, I guess so. Do that. It's very sweet of you guys, Grant and Cher. Thank you.
Are you trying to do shots? Is that what's happening?
No. I want
to quit the drinking. All right, we got to get out of here because I really do have a few things. But thank y'all. Have a happy New Year's, and then if you can,
safe New Year.
Yep.
Join us again if you are not in our Discord. Everybody is consistently still chatting and keeping up, and I think the 10K step count per day. People are still posting in that. So if that might be your resolution to get 5,000 steps in, join our little challenge on Discord. I know, PK, you've actually...
go to the step. I need to do I can get back into steps. I've been doing pretty good.
You've been doing really good. You just got to post them.
How's Jerry doing? Who are the top hitters in the step challenge?
I don't know how to pull it up, but I see high RPM in there a lot. RPM. Shay's in there a lot. Kareen's in there when she can be.
This dude has 25,000. Am I reading that right? No shit. 26,000 steps in a day?
Great.
What are we doing?
Charlene in there.
12,000. Yeah.
Look at you guys. Keeping that up.
Yeah. I love that. I'll start dropping my steps in there as well. So there you go. Thank you all so much for joining us. And again, we're going to see you back hopefully on Wednesday. Until then, bye.
Bye.
It's the PK and DK Show. Catch us live weekdays at 5 Pacific, 7 Central, or at pkandDK.com. With replays, podcasts, vlogs, and more.
I actually leave, and I'm not gonna say it again. Bye, 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 bye. Stop. Bye. I'm on the street. I'm telling you goodbye. Miss, we're on.